What is up, boyos? It is Water Buffalo Man here, and I'm back for more Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. Alright, so as you know from the previous video that just came out, I think yesterday as of me uploading this, the Year 5 LR's EZAs are out, and yes, I understand last video kind of got abruptly cut. I apologize about that. The recording software just all of a sudden decided they didn't want to record anymore, so it just stopped doing its job. But we're just going to jump right in and show off what the new ultimate power of EZA LR Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta can do. There's like a bunch of words there, so I just threw them all together.
Let's do this.
So let's just jump right in and see what he can do. We did not get the most ideal first rotation, but if you can see, the Vegito is due to drop onto rotation next turn, so what we'll do is just keep him in slot 1. Let's build up the power of the STR. Okay, hang on one second. Let's see, does he link better with him? He gets 4 links from him. Yeah, actually we'll keep them like that. He loses legendary power, but that's fine, and Kamehameha, which is fine. So we'll just go like that. But yeah, the Gogeta. Ideally, he's built the same as the Vegito, except for when he transforms into Super Saiyan Blue. That's when I'll break apart the differences. So same as before, he gets 140 to attack and defense, raises attack on supers, so on and so forth until he transforms into blue, and then once he goes blue, I will go over that a little bit. He gets 100% defense when attacking, just like the Vegito does. I forgot to go over that in the last episode, so I apologize, but there you go. Turn 1, he was at almost 6 mil attack stat right off the start. So let's see here. Let's rotate this like this, give them those, give him those, and Beerus, just give those because it doesn't really matter too much. We're not here to show off the Beerus combo stuff. All I know is we may have less than 3 weeks until the worldwide download celebration, so it's going to be between 3 to 4 weeks away until the worldwide download starts, so I got to start prepping and saving stones for that. What it's looking like next is I'll be doing a video for what banner we think is coming next, which, if it's what I think it is and what a lot of people are speculating it is, it's actually a pretty solid banner. I can use 6 of the 7 units if they don't change it, and if that's the case, I will probably just do the discount stone summons if they have them, and probably a ticket pack, and that's about it. You won't see me really jump into it any deeper than that. Alright, so we do now have the best rotation up here. Let's give him those. Give him those, and let's take a look at his stats now. Okay, so now that he actually has all the links, his attack is going to be a little higher because he did 2 supers last rotation, but Gogeta is at 1.35 million attack and about 160k defense. For some reason, other than I know why, but the Gogeta is just slightly less defensive than the Vegeta, which isn't a huge issue, but again, it's just something to point out. So he's slightly stronger offensive, 6.9 by the way. He's slightly more offensive than the Vegito, but slightly less defensive than the Vegeta. But that really doesn't make too much of a big deal. Once he goes blue, you'll understand why he's slightly less defensive. He is effective against all types, if I remember right, and can do almost something about crits. I don't remember exactly. I don't know too much about him. I don't use the Gogeta as much as I use the Vegito. And I'm not going to probably use the Gogeta too much on going forward because I don't run a Fuse Fighter team that often. Unlike Gen 1515, who literally just has to use the most meta teams all the time to beat events and he still can't do it. But yeah, I use generally whatever teams I can make up to make them work. So let's just get through this really quick. This is STR, so we probably won't beat it this rotation unless if these guys can just do a ton of damage. Alright, 3.5, not terrible, not terrible. He might actually take a lot of damage here. Let's see. 197, not horrible. We're a little low on health, but we should be alright. We're going to try to do the same thing we did with the Vegito, as long as my thing doesn't stop just recording randomly on me, like it did last time. We're going to try to get to the max capacity and maybe even activate the active skill. So let's see if we can get that point skill. Alright, so we did finish him off. Perfect. So now we're going to be on the Super Saiyan God stage. Alright, there it is. So we now have the Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, as well as Vegito, so perfect linking partners, and the Weirus on rotation. So let's do this really quick. Hang on, give me those. Let's read his passive and his attack, super attacks. Super attacks, same as the Vegito's, greatly raises defense on 20, from the 18 key, I'm sorry, and from the 12 key, just greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn. They greatly raise attack, try that again, I'm reading too many things at once. Greatly raises defense for 3 turns on the 18 key, and greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn on the 12 key. There we go. And his passive, he guaranteed to evade for the first turn, same as the Vegito. Attack and defense 150, but he gets key +5 instead of key +7. Launches 2 additional attacks, which each has a medium chance of becoming a super attack. Attacks effective against all types as the first or second attacker in a turn. So he has guaranteed attacks effective against everything, so against AGL it does not matter. Key +7, and great chance to dodge as the third attacker. And he gets the key +1 up to 5, attack and defense at 22% up to 88% with each attack performed. So, realistically, after 1 turn, you could have him at his max passive, and then start stacking his attack and defense. But he is not as likely to do that, as the Vegito is. The Vegito is more than likely to have higher stats because of the fact that he can build up and do so many supers and have that ridiculously high stat. So he's already 9 mil turn 1. Gogeta Blue. I think he only stacked 2 or 3 supers prior. So let's see what he gets here. But it's again attacks effective against all types. 6 million. Okay, so now he's at 44% passive, 66% passive. Yeah, see, he only did 1 super attack there, so not the greatest. Let's see, he's gonna Vegito's probably gonna hit a bunch of supers again. So he is not at max passive yet, the Gogeta. The Vegito is not either. And I didn't check his defense. That is my bad, I apologize. I didn't check his defense at all from when he transformed into blue, but I was probably relatively high, to be honest, because he dodged, and it doesn't really matter turn 1, because you can't, once he transforms into blue, they can't get hit, so it's not a huge deal turn 1. But this Vegeta dodged legitimately like everything this turn. I think only a handful of attacks actually hit him, so that's kind of weird. Alright, let's just breeze through this turn really fast. Dual supports. Next rotation, we're not actually going to have a support on, which is going to kind of suck for the Gogeta, but things happen. Let's just see what we can do. But he will technically have type advantage being an STR against the Fizz type unit, but again, attacks effective against all types, so it really will not matter too much. So let's just see. Let's see here. Let's see if we can get him a 24 key. Perfect. Gogeta and Vegito. Let's see. Boom. Alright, now let's look at his passive. Or stats, I'm sorry. Statistically, he's 3.6 million attack stat, pre-super, and 365k defense. So slightly less defensive than Vegito, it seems. Again, there is no support, so that could just be because of that. But he is seeming to be slightly less defensive. Let's see how much he takes this attack for. 25k, that's pretty good. But let's see how much damage he can do. That's the real kicker on these units, is how much damage they do. Okay, he is sitting at 13 million. 13.4. And he is now full passive after doing this attack. 11 mil. Okay, additional super at 10 million. Cool, cool. I like. Okay, so Gogeta just soloed himself the Fizz Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta stage, dealing over 20 million. Okay. Okay. So, as I was saying, the units are just ridiculously strong. Same thing I said about the Vegito in the prior video. They are just ridiculously busted, offensively and defensively, so I don't know why they made them that strong. I mean, I'm okay with it. Again, like I said a lot in the last video, not complaining one bit. It's just one of those where it's like, wow, they put this much power into the units. I'm perfectly okay with that, to be honest. I'm hoping we don't finish this Vegeta, I'm sorry. But I'm hoping we get him low enough to the point where we can activate the active skill. Because we didn't get to activate the active skill for the Vegito in the last one. Because, well, we didn't really even get to in the normal fight, and the recording software kind of cut out on me about the 13-minute mark. So I'm hoping that that's not just an actual issue with it, and it was just a bug or something. So let's find out. Gotenks, I bring him because he's a time limit sport. That's the only reason he's here. And he's not a terrible unit, to be honest. And he is getting supered. I know he raises his defense on his super attack, so he should be okay. Yeah, 478k. Woo! What the? What? We died. We died. Wow! Okay. We died. But, again, like I said, these showcases are never really to win. I didn't expect him to die there. But, as you saw, the Gogeta is ridiculous in the amount of damage they can output. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'm actually going to run some events against the Red Zone with these units in a little bit. You guys might see some videos on that, but thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for more Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. See you guys then.